We're down to the final 8 nations in the World Cup, the World Cup quarterfinals, as they battle for a place in the semi-finals and inevitably get their hands on that World Cup trophy. Will football come home? Will Ronaldo finally get his hands on the trophy, even though, well, he's sitting on the bench nowadays? There's some really interesting fixtures, of course there is. It's the quarterfinals, the best of the best facing off against each other, the final 8 teams. So let's get into my quarterfinal predictions. But before that, really quick, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Croatia versus Brazil. Every single group stage game, I predicted Brazil to score 4 goals, and they didn't do it once. They only scored 3 goals in the entire group stage. I finally give up in the round of 16. I just don't think they'll score 4 goals. Maybe they're not in that goal scoring mood, but then, of course, they go ahead and score 4 goals. After every single goal, Brazil decided to do a dance. You know what? Fair enough after the first and second goal, but after that, it was just getting disrespectful. Had I been on the pitch, and I'll never play in a World Cup, because frankly, I have the footballing ability of a Weetabix, I wouldn't even get in the squad for San Marino. I wouldn't even get in the squad for San Marino's under 8s. But had I been on the pitch, I would have snapped one of their legs off. You know what? It's funny after the first time, maybe a little bit funny on the second time, but 3 and 4 times, like, you're taking the piss. I'll stop giving out about Brazil and move on to some positives. Richarlison's goal, that was footballing brilliance. The way he just did some kicky uppies with his head, then continued on, nice passing, and then he finishes off the move he started. Moving on to a prediction I actually got right, Japan versus Croatia. I said it'd be a 1-1 draw and Croatia would win on penalties. Japan's dream finally comes to an end. They beat Spain, they beat Germany, but they lose out to Croatia. Croatia definitely have to be taken seriously in this match. They are a good side. They're not as good as the team that were in the final, but some of the young lads that have come in, I think we've all been impressed with Gvardiol. So they may have slightly declined, but they are still a good team. There is young talent mixed with that experience of the likes of Luka Modric. I'd like to see Croatia go through because you always like an underdog story. Sadly, I just can't see it happening. I think this Brazil side is too good and they will go through in a 3-1 win. The Netherlands versus Argentina, and typically I wouldn't be a Lionel Messi fan. I wouldn't be making up stats to back him, but as this tournament has gone on and on, I just want him to win the World Cup more and more. He's the greatest player ever. He deserves it. I mean, he's a magician. He carried his nation to the quarterfinals, and I think he'll carry his nation to the semi-finals. And look, I really do think the Netherlands have a good team. I was telling you before this tournament how good Cody Gakpo is, and he's proved me right. Virgil van Dijk, obviously the best defender on the planet. But I'm sorry, even if you are the best defender on the planet currently, or the best defender ever, you're not stopping Lionel Messi, because he is the best ever. Even when Lautaro Martinez is doing his best Higuain impression, it's not stopping Messi this time. I think he will win the World Cup, and he's going to advance to the semi-finals, beating the Netherlands. Argentina are going to win this game 2-0 thanks to 2 goals from Lionel Messi. Morocco versus Portugal, and you just have to say fair play to Morocco. I said they'd finish bottom in their group, they go ahead and top it. I said they'd lose to Spain, they go ahead and beat Spain. Can they beat Portugal? Although I did predict Morocco to finish bottom in their group, I am part of a TikTok account with a few other lads, and one of the lads made a video saying Morocco are dark horses, and in that video he said our dark horses, so I'm going to take credit. Am I a footballing genius? Am I just a thief? I'd like to think both. Portugal dropped Cristiano Ronaldo versus Switzerland, a massive call. Ramos comes in, and there was a lot of controversy over it. Well, Ramos put his critics to bay. He scores a hat-trick, Portugal wins 6-1. Although Ramos did score a hat-trick and it's only fair to start him, I would start Cristiano Ronaldo because he loves the stat pad versus smaller nations. Maybe I am becoming a Messi fan. Seriously though, Ronaldo is a big game player, second best ever in my opinion, so you'd want him in a World Cup quarter-final to lead your country. Although Portugal are a good side, one thing we've all learned from this World Cup is not to underestimate Morocco, so this game will be close. It'll be 1-1 in normal time, it will go to extra time, then penalties, and Portugal will win on penalties. England versus France, and you might think I'm Irish, I'll always want England to lose. No, I'm thinking logistically. I said that they would top their group, I said they beat Senegal, but realistically they're losing to France. Kylian Mbappe is arguably the best player in the world right now based on form. He's having a fantastic World Cup. He is the fastest player at the World Cup. He is up against Harry Maguire, who barely plays for Man United, and although I do think Maguire is having a good World Cup, Maguire had 0 pace and he's up against Mbappe. I've always liked Mbappe, maybe fell out of love with him a little bit when he took that PSG contract, but I've come around to the thinking that, well, he can feed his family for the next 3 generations with the money he's currently earning. If I'm in that position, if you're in that position, you're taking the money at PSG, leaving in 2 years, and then maybe fulfilling your dream at Real Madrid. This is a really good England squad, a lot of depth, but I just don't think there'll be a match for France. They have a lot of very good players. Jude Bellingham impressed everyone versus Senegal, and that performance definitely sent his price up a couple million. But I just don't think they'll have enough for this France squad. The game will finish 3-1. Griezmann will score 1 and Mbappe will score the other 2 goals for France. So that was my quarter-final World Cup predictions. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and let me know what you thought I got wrong, what you thought I got right. There are only 8 games left in this World Cup, so just enjoy it, because in 2 or 3 weeks time the World Cup will be over and we'll be waiting another 4 years. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one.